1 million voters, Georgians, they are turning out at record pace to make their voices heard in the December 6th runoff for the race for Senate. But despite the massive turnout, it has not gone smoothly at all polling places. Atlanta News First, Patrick Quinn joins us live. And Patrick, you've been hearing about some of the issues, and one of them are the very long lines to vote.
And Sean, you were telling me earlier that you waited 45 minutes for you to vote. I've heard stories of 2.5 hours this week waiting in lines outside polling places like this one. And naturally, not everyone has the luxury of waiting in these lines. They got to get back to work. Others, they don't have a car necessarily to get to a polling place with a shorter line. I talked to state officials tonight. They stand by the process. But tonight, the question, are these long lines, are they simply a burden or are they a voting barrier? Long wraparound lines in many polling places across Metro Atlanta for Ifia Stainrod.
This is my second time out here today.
She's back in line after the wait earlier bled into her workday.
I started back at the church, and I got to about the front of the entrance for the library, and then I had to just call it quits.
Due to recently passed Senate Bill 202, the runoff voting timeline is condensed this year from about 3 weeks to 1 week. Fewer days to vote means longer lines.
We have layer upon layer upon layer of problems.
For constitutional law professor Anthony Michael Kreis, this tight voting timeline is an unnecessary burden to voters, especially those who don't have the luxury of waiting.
We have record-breaking turnout, but we have record-breaking turnout because the state has given voters fewer options and has pressured people to make choices that they may not otherwise make.
There has been record turnout in this high-stakes Senate race. Back-to-back days of more than 300,000 ballots cast to start the week.
We've gone over the million mark, which is a great thing with 2 more days of early voting plus election day to go.
For Gabriel Sterling, Chief Operating Officer for the Secretary of State's office, he refutes challenges like those of Professor Kreis, instead saying what we're seeing in this record-breaking runoff is democracy in action.
The political environment, the polarized environment we have, everybody wants to attribute everything for the election administration to some kind of nefarious political maneuver. It's not. Everybody's just doing the best they can with the resources they have to serve the voters of Georgia under the law.
Under the law, and Professor Kreis, he contends that maybe that state law is problematic. Now, Gabriel Sterling, he went on to say this upcoming legislative session, he expects lawmakers to have a healthy debate on if this runoff timeline needs to be extended or potentially changed. But in the meantime, there is still 2 more days of early voting, Thursday and Friday, before Election Day on Tuesday. And Sterling and Kreis, they agreed, make sure to check wait times where applicable before you head to the polling place. Live tonight in Atlanta, Patrick Quinn, Atlanta News First.
Patrick, thank you.